Welcome back to Open Shutter, Wednesday night, 7:30, with Evans and Mr. Brian James. We are missing Salorm because it's his wedding anniversary, and somehow he thinks that's more important than this show. So maybe he'll host next week or whatever, or something. I don't know. But thanks everyone for jumping on. We figured that we would do something a little bit different, something that we did actually back in the summertime, where Brian basically sprung on us a live edit session last minute. And I thought I would get him back, but I gave him much more notice, kind of.
So I just downloaded them now. I just downloaded them.
Like Brian just saw it. It's actually the same thing. But that was fun, so we figured we'd do it again. And I picked like 6 photos. Some are great, some are not so great, and we'll see what the team can do with them. And if you guys have any questions with how we edit, feel free to ask, because that's what this is all about, is asking questions about how to edit stuff. And it's a lot of fun because editing is a very personal preference. So the way that Evans edits is going to be completely different from the way I edit to the way that Brian edits. So yeah, it should be fun. For the people that don't know who we are and what exactly all this is about, we'll do like a little 30-second pitch. Evans can start us off, and then we'll just kind of dig into it.
All right. Hey, guys. Welcome to Open Shutter. Every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. We will rotate between our channels. And the whole goal is just to hang out as a photography community, share ideas, share thoughts, share styles. So like Paul introduced, today we are doing a live edit session. We're going to go through it. You're going to see and hear our perspectives on the same image, right? Because every photographer edits differently in a certain style and different way. And so even though there's the same images, you're going to see different styles of edits, different results, right? And you get to see our thought process behind some of these edits as well. So it's going to be a fun night. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, guys.
I'm looking up here for my camera. I don't have my camera. Okay, I am Mr. Brian George. For those of you that don't know me, I wasn't here last week, and I apologize. Yeah, so I think we all have very different styles. I'm excited. I am just sharing this on my social media, so some people come watch us. I normally don't share my editing secrets, so
no, you don't.
I might hold back a few punches here for my master class I'll be releasing. So we'll see. No, I'm kidding. We should have a good time. I'm looking forward to it. I like just saw the photos now. One of them is completely black. I'm telling you.
Yes, one of them is completely black. So
I can see her now. I can see her now.
If you can make something out of that, then you should have a master class. Totally. Thanks everyone for jumping off. You guys don't know who I am. My name's Paul, based in Toronto. Lead a photography meetup group called Get Out Shoot Toronto. Visit us at getoutshoot.com. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you check out these guys' YouTube channels. Brian just dropped a video today. Evan just dropped a video today. So go check them out. All their stuff is in the description. And yeah, any questions, let us know. And I think we're going to attempt to share people's screens, because that's what we did last time, and it seemed to work. So hopefully I can make this work.
Now, are you going to be editing too?
No, because I've already edited these things.
Just going to watch us. Huh?
You didn't edit when you did the thing. What's up, Maryland drone guy?
There were 3 people. No, that's fine. Whatever.
If people want to live edit with us, let us know, and you can just jump on to this fun game that we've
That would be fun. Anybody watching wants to edit with us?
Anybody want to edit? Let us know, because really it's really open to anyone. So there's 6 photos. So which photo do you guys want to start with? Maybe we'll start that way. Which photo do you guys like the most, I guess?
I'd like to start with one of the JPEGs, because I think we could agree.
I gave them a couple. The reason for the JPEGs is because I couldn't find the original RAW file. So that's the reason for the JPEG.
I just think we should start with that, because we're not going to be able to do as much with the photos, so they'll just warmed up, you know?
Okay, we'll start with the JPEG, which I think there are a couple of JPEGs, right?
Color corrections.
You want to start with Tanya in the bus?
Is that a JPEG? Yeah.
That's a JPEG. Maryland drone guy is new to editing. You want to edit the photo I posted the other day? Sure, Maryland drone guy. As long as it's not a JPEG. Evans, we can't hear you.
Yeah, sorry, there was a lot of background noise here, so I muted myself for a while.
Got it.
But I think I'm hosting next week, and my plan for next week is we do it the opposite. Because I remember when we first started, we used to get a lot of input from you guys, and we used to edit you guys' images. So next week, what we're going to be doing is editing your images, right?
Yep.
In advance, but we will edit them in advance, not live, but we'll edit them in advance and then.
Yeah, Maryland Drone Guy, send that to when Evans gives up the details. Send it to Evans for next week.
Yep. You can
just DM him.
DM any of us and send it over.
Yeah.
And then next week we'll mix a selection. We'll give priority to those that we've never edited their images before, and then we'll see.
I like it. I like it. Okay, JPEG number 1. Brian, you wanna? Did you load it up? I want to share your screen.
Yeah.
Okay, let me share my screen as well.
Okay. Oh, this is fun, like directing. This is kind of fun. What's the email? Just DM him on Instagram, no? Evans.
Yeah.
E before 6.
Yep.
When can we start?
Yeah, we're starting now. Okay, we should put a time limit, right? Like what, like 5 minutes or something. How much time? I'll put it on the official timer.
I only need like
what, 2
minutes for a JPEG.
Only 2 minutes for a JPEG. Okay, I put the time.
I'm starting now.
I guess I shouldn't use screen.
So this is the photo. This is from last year. This is actually at an auto rec yard near Toronto, and we basically got access from the owner. We just had to pay like a small fee, and it's quite a big lot with lots of junk cars and vintage cars and stuff. So if you're in the Toronto area, it's called McLean's Auto Wreckers. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, I heard of that.
It's a cool place actually. So Evans has started.
So if anyone's watching now, so because this is a JPEG, you can't go crazy on this. Yeah. So you'll notice my edits are going to be pretty subtle. Otherwise this edit's going to get kind of grainy.
So we just switched to Brian. He basically deleted the photo.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened.
You're cropping. Okay. You like it more cropped in, eh?
We're gonna make it for the gram, man. We'll make it for the gram.
Well, 4x5, right? Do you guys like to post on Instagram, or you don't know the crop? It's just 4x5.
4x5, 8x10. I actually do it. I do mine 8.5 by 11, and then then it gives me just a little bit of wiggle room in case I change my mind.
You're using the tone curves.
Basic S curve for now, yeah, but I don't like the blacks on her face, so. Bring those shadows out a little bit more, and then the magic's gonna happen.
What's the secret sauce?
Well, I'm not gonna use any. I'm not gonna use any presets here because I feel like that's cheating.
No presets.
Or can we use presets?
No presets.
No presets. That would have been.
By the way, we're selling presets. Link in bio.
How's Evans doing so far?
I'm good.
We just switched to Evan's screen.
I'm just playing around with colors a little bit.
Look. Did you make a little bit of vintage look?
Yeah, I kind of gave it a little bit of a matte.
Yeah.
Faded.
How did you do that? How did you do that?
So I'm basically using the tone curve.
Yeah.
But I'm just fading up the shadows a little bit because I didn't like the blacks as much. So if you see how this is all the blacks, and I just faded out the blacks just a little bit.
Got it. It's a good tip. Again, if you guys have questions about what we're doing, please feel free to ask.
Right. And right now I'm just playing around with some of the colors. Okay. It's a JPEG, so I'm not going to push it too much, but I just want to bring out some of the brown tones and stuff like that. And it leaves also trying to see if I can bring them out just a little bit.
Sure. And that's one of the reasons why you guys always want to edit in RAW.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not getting much. Like I'm putting my sliders up and down. I'm not getting much of anything.
There's not much of a detail in there. And if you go too much on a JPEG, you're gonna start introducing other parts.
Tony, what's going on? You wanna learn how to edit? That's a joke because Tony's 10 times better than me. So
Tony, you could join us, man. Hop on.
Tony, you want to live edit with us? It's a lot of fun.
Yep.
He's got some bangers out of the workshop that we did. We're gonna switch back to Brian. Oh man, a little bit of you like the kind of like the green kind of tone there. If I'm seeing that right.
A little bit. I made my highlights like a teal and my lowlights an orange, but I'm just not getting. I'm not getting a whole lot out of it, but that's okay. That's okay. It's still fun.
That's fun.
Let's pop her out a little bit.
Yeah. Again, in the Toronto area, McLean's Auto Wreckers really. It was only like for us to. I think we paid like $10 or something to the guy, like each person. But it's a great spot. Really different. Clean up the bus. We'll go back to.
This is a speed edit, man. This is a speed edit.
Yep.
Speed edit. Well, we're past 2 minutes, man.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know how good I should make this.
I like Evans here is. I like what you're doing with her there.
Yeah, I'm just, put a little bit more highlight on her.
Yep. You want to create that focus.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot my.
And I always love a little bit of vignetting. So.
A little vignette doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I think that's how far I'm going to push this.
Is it?
So
nice.
That's how far I'm going to push it. This is the before.
Good job, buddy.
This is the after.
For Good job, buddy. Let's see,
30,
Brian.
What, a minute of edit?
What's how do you do the before? Is it
the backslash key.
Yeah. Oh boy. So a couple of questions about editing. I hear photographers say that presets aren't really editing, and if you use them all the time, you don't really know how to edit. Opinions, please. Well, first of all, Tony, you should buy our presets, like a bio.
If you're going out and buying presets, I always tell people don't, especially if you're a beginner, because of the fact that now that person who created that preset is created it based on his camera, his settings, his style of shoot.
Yeah,
right.
For sure.
Your settings, your style of shoot is going to be different. So if you're using that preset as a starting point, yeah, maybe, right? You slap that preset on and then you can go ahead and tweak it. Certain times it works, but 10 out of maybe 9 out of 10 times it doesn't really work because the person has shot under different lighting conditions, different camera, different color profiles, stuff like that. And so it doesn't always translate well on your image like it would on that person's image when you see it on their website.
Yeah, for me, I've paid for presets before, and I would have to agree that I've had some that worked out very well, and others that just don't fit. It feels like no matter what I do to them, but what I do with mine, and I will say, if you do buy presets, though, you can use it as a starting point, and just remember that little adjustments go a long way. So some of my presets, what I do is once I finally get my preset exactly how I like it, but let's say I took the photo on a Sony at high noon, right? So it looks great. Now, if I take that preset and I put it on a photo that I shot at midnight, it obviously doesn't look the same. So what I do then is I take that preset and I make sometimes like 4 variations of that preset. And so I'll do like, 20-30% contrast with say 10% shadows, and I do say 20% contrast with 25% shadows, and then I can quickly just go through and say, okay, that's my base for a nighttime photo. Here's my base for a golden hour photo with that preset, and then I just work from there. But I don't think it's cheating, but it does save time. There's nothing wrong with figuring out your own presets as well. But like I said, I have bought them before, so.
I've bought some before, no doubt. And it's like I said, if you have that mentality that preset is just going to give you the foundation for you to build on, then go for it. But if you're just looking for that one-time click and I'm done, it doesn't work, right? I would recommend you spend a lot of time understanding how to edit, right? So you can create your own presets because they will work better for you.
Yep. I'm also sorry, I'm just trying to get over the.
You know what I have bought though? I have bought the Peter McKinnon LUT pack.
Well, we all have.
Videos.
Again, the same deal, right? Like it's just like it's a very personal.
You know what I do is I put that LUT on my video and then I turn it down to like 10% opacity, and that's where I run with it because it's just too strong. They come on too strong, I think.
I put them on. I'm waiting for 100,000 views. It never happens. So, Tony, you don't have to buy. I mean, Tony, if you use Lightroom, there are actually presets in Lightroom. You don't actually have to buy presets.
Yeah.
Like, there are presets built into Lightroom that you can use. It's in it's on the left hand side. But I mean, editing is a very personal approach. Like someone's preset is their style. So, like Evan said, you can use it as a base or you can use it as learning. But I would suggest just start.
And if you are new to getting used to colors, I will plug this thing again. I'm making a video on this.
This video is
since we're here, let me show you. Paul, if you can go back to my screen, let me show people quickly why I think investing in this is better than any preset. So if you go into Lightroom, in the top corner here, you would see the color profile, right? So if you go in here, you're going to see all of these profiles that comes with Lightroom, right? So these are all color profiles. Now, the good thing is that this tool here allows you to be able to create your own color profile. What you do is when I go out on a shoot, and I'm making a full in-depth tutorial on it that I'll post soon. But when I go on the shoot, my first shot I take after I've set up my light, even if it's outdoor, is to have my model hold this like this. I take a shot with the model's face and this in the shot. When you come in here, you bring that image into Lightroom. Lightroom draws a box around the swatches and you export that and it brings it back into Lightroom as a profile. What that is doing is that it's taking a look at your lens, your camera, the light settings under which you took that image, and it's creating a color profile for you based on these swatches, because these swatches is what the colors are actually supposed to be, right? Yeah. So when you bring it into Lightroom and you apply that profile, you're going to see the shift of the colors. So instead of you having to manually go in and tweak all those colors, it shifts the colors automatically and brings them into what it's supposed to be. And it gives you like the neutral point at what point you can add on your own creative style and stuff to it.
How much time does that save you, Evans?
This thing saves me so much time because when I come back from an edit, right, all I do is create a profile, I slap it on all the images and sync it, and I'm done. Unless I want a different style for that, but I use it mainly for product shoot where you need the color accuracy, right? Because in that case, I'm not really editing the image. I only want the color to be accurate. As long as my exposure is fine, I put that profile, custom profile created for that scene, that time of the day, that light settings, apply it on, and I'm good to go.
That's good. Yeah, please make that video.
Yeah.
I think we all need that. I'm all about saving time.
Yeah.
All about that. Cool. Questions, guys? Should we move to image 2, the other JPEG?
Which one was that?
Was there another JPEG in there somewhere? Oh yeah, it was the guy with the top hat.
Guy with the top
hat. Beside Tanya. Yeah. This guy. This is from Day of the Dead festival from 2 years ago.
With the orange background, right? Okay.
Yep.
Hey, Brian.
Yep.
Hey, Brian.
Not you, Brian. The other Brian.
Oh, my God.
Hey.
Brian, if you want to join on,
Brian, if you
wanna
want to
jump
live
on
edit. If you wanna
and live edit with us.
It's a lot of fun.
The hell am I gonna do with this one?
Yeah. Oh, Meeks. I thought you were at your wedding anniversary there. Nothing says love like a live edit session. We'll go to. Oh yeah, so Brian will come on.
I'm just playing here. I don't know what to do yet.
I think to me it's his face. I don't know.
Okay, so let me start editing here. I want to take a look, bring out his face a little bit more. So let me try bumping up exposure just a touch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to open up the shadows. Ooh. And I'm going to take this exposure back down a little bit. A little bit of the highlights. And then maybe I'll use an adjustment brush to see if I can get the face.
Yep.
Right in here. Bring up the exposure, invert. So it's on the inside.
You're at the movies, Meeks? What are you watching?
Sorry?
Meeks is in the movies. He's at the movie theater.
Oh.
Well, what are you seeing? And the theaters are open?
Yep. He's in Texas.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Texas governor doesn't believe in coronavirus. So
The border is open to you, Meeks. We need you, man. We're gonna switch to Brian, see what he's doing. So you cropped in.
I didn't feel that the photo was composed properly. There was some weird stuff over on the right side. There was no, like, his shoulder was up against the right, but there was space here where his shoulder was.
This is like 2 years ago, man. I didn't know what I was doing back then.
Oh, no. I crop my photos as well, you know. I just
It just goes to show you guys, never, ever, ever delete your photos.
want to do something different than
You're watching Tenant. Oh, it's a drive-in. Nice.
this is a JPEG, eh?
Yeah.
I can tell because I started pushing it and I realized, oh, I'm editing a JPEG image.
Okay, after this, no more JPEGs.
I'm trying to do something with this orange, but I can't.
Yeah. So, guys, I suggest never deleting your photos because over time you just get better at editing, and sometimes you're able to salvage a photo that you didn't think was possible before. So, I rarely delete photos unless they're severely overexposed or not in focus, but I tend to keep the majority of my photos. And the trick is just to be organized with like your files, which is a whole other ballgame. Oh, I like what you did there, bud. I like what you did there.
How much time I got?
Did you use a preset on that? A Lightroom preset?
Mm-hmm.
You did, eh? Which one was that? Matte?
My Cookie Monster.
Oh, your Cookie Monster.
At first I did the color corrections and then changed the orange and then I added that. And now I'm gonna quickly try to do something here.
You should do a sky replacement.
Considered it. I considered it.
And put like stars or something behind them. We'll go back to Evans here, see what he's doing. So you chose not to crop in.
I did crop in.
You did?
Really small.
Okay.
Because there was a little bit of stuff on the right hand side.
Yeah.
I cropped in and I straightened it up a little bit, but I didn't crop too much. I just cropped it just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
want that to go away.
Nice.
I'm just not feeling the colors as much in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to tone them down a little bit.
Who in the chat's been to a Day of the Dead kind of festival? Because they're pretty interesting, and the people that we saw, they were pretty into being basically free models for us. Because there were like probably like 50 photographers there that day, so it was challenging to get a spot to shoot. We'll swing back to Brian's screen. Oh yeah. Did you add a little something in the back there, like a little?
I did.
A little something there.
There's like a little flare back there.
Yeah.
Oh, what is going on there?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
it's a little something.
a little something.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Apply.
Right.
Finish.
Oh, that's the day there. Yes, we did, Tony. I remember that day.
Done.
Good job, buddy.
We're gonna call it there. I got.
Yep, I'm done.
Good job. Good job, Brian. It's like you've done this before. This is Evan's final.
Yeah.
It's not a competition, but let us know which one you like better.
This was the before. This is the after.
Delete. Good stuff. We'll go to photo number 3. Which one do you guys like? Now we're going to raws, so now it's actually going to be fun.
I think we should do the one that Brian couldn't see.
Oh yeah.
This one, I just have a recipe for it.
Okay. So this is at a different Day of the Dead festival. This is at Evergreen Brickworks, I think. Okay. So you're going through your color profiles?
Yeah, I'm just using one of the built-in Adobe presets as a base to edit this in black and white.
Oh yeah, you're going black and white on this?
Damn it!
I'm going black and white in this one.
Is that what Brian's doing?
Yeah, I was. I'm not
You're
gonna.
going black and white. Really? How come you're going black and
So
white?
the reason why I'm going black and white on this one is because it's very underexposed. Right. And there's one way of saving underexposed pictures, right? I either go black and white.
Okay.
And black and white kind of lends to underexposed or overexposed pictures.
Right.
So usually, if I have an image that is really overexposed or very badly underexposed, I convert them into black and white. And when you do, you can actually bring it up because the grain kind of lends a unique look to black and white images.
Got it.
Yeah. If you have this in color and you have so much grain because you have to bump up the exposure, it kind of gives it away because you can see all that grain in the color stuff. But when it's black and white, for me, it tends to look better.
Makes sense. It's good.
You know, I might even add some noise to it.
Yep.
You know, but I'm gonna keep it in color. But yeah, it's pretty grainy. But we'll see. Let's see here. Maybe I'll just desaturate it. That helps. That's pretty. I like that.
Yep. So a little desaturation helps. What about vibrance? You decrease vibrance or leave it?
No, I took that down actually and increased saturation. I like the vibrance slider in this particular case, so I feel like it took care of some of the grain. So I'm gonna go real quick and just reduce the sharpening and add a little noise reduction, and it doesn't look so bad.
Yeah,
it's not so bad. All right, now we'll play with the colors.
So we'll swing back to Evans.
Yep.
Gave it like a matte look, did you?
Yeah, I faded out the shadows a little bit because it was too dark in the shadows.
Yeah.
I wanted to make the shadows pop a little bit, and then now I can just play around with with the colors and see what I want to bring out and what I want to.
It's too bad she's smiling because if
Okay.
she looked angry, she could have been like a horror character, like out of like a Netflix series.
Yep.
But she's smiling, so it's not so scary.
Yep.
Swing back to Brian's.
Don't come over here.
Oh no, this is secret. You weren't supposed to see that. Now Evans likes to edit his photos in Capture One, but he chose Lightroom today. But it could have been his chance to pitch Capture One and why it's
Yeah. I've used Lightroom for years, but for the last 2 months, I've been limiting myself to editing mainly in Capture One. But you know, Lightroom is
what's the main thing Capture One has that Lightroom doesn't have?
So for they basically almost do the same thing, except that in Capture One you have some of the features from Lightroom, like layers. I mean, from Photoshop, like layers. You have layers, you have levels. You also have this color correction tool that is so powerful that if you have a portrait where the skin tones don't match, you can actually kind of even out the skin tones right in Capture One before you head to Photoshop if you want to.
Yeah.
Plus, I see that images in Capture One are sharper by default than Lightroom, just from the import.
Brian McGowan is on.
Hey, Brian.
Hey.
Hello.
Let me send you the link, bud, to this folder.
Okay.
And then you can dive in.
I'm done with this one.
Are you? This is your final answer?
That's my final answer.
All right.
So here's a before and my after.
Cool.
Wow.
Cool. Brian, I'm going to send it to you in the private comments.
Okay, sounds good.
It's there.
I don't know. I can't make it any brighter without killing it, and it's too.
That's why I go black and white.
Let's see.
Because in black and white, I can pop it without having to worry about the color going off. Right?
Okay with it.
You don't like it? You don't love it?
I think I'm okay with this. I think she'd be happy with it. I hope I did her justice.
Yeah. I forget her name, but she was nice. Brian McGowan, you have the folder?
I sent you a request for permission to look at it.
Request for access.
Yes, sir.
So formal. Okay. I think you should have it. Do you have access now?
I'm going to try again here.
Send. Just send that to you. I think you should have it now. You should be good to go, bud.
Okay.
So which one do you guys want to edit next? There's a couple of Cindy. There's a Helen.
I think I'm missing one.
There should be 6. There's 2 Cindy's, 1 Helen. There's a Tanya, and there's a couple of Day of the Dead.
So let's start with one of the. The other Cindy. Cindy has 2, right? So let's do one of Cindy's.
Okay.
Which one?
Ryan, you have access?
Yep.
Okay. So which Cindy do you guys? Which one? There's 2 Cindy's. Which one do you guys want to do? The one with the umbrella? The top left.
Yeah, we'll do that one.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, we're gonna start with this one. So this is our friend Cindy, who helps us out with some workshops from time to time. And I don't know, I just fired off like a million shots. I just managed to get her just kind of like running mid-stride. through the smoke, which I found kind of cool. It's a little bit grainy, but
Using a flash or no?
no flash.
Yeah, ISO is high, man.
This is where I plug in my Sony and make fun of Paul's Panasonic.
Yeah.
Right? You know,
Yeah.
when you shoot high ISOs with a micro four test sensor, this is what you end up with, right? High grain.
I was in
Just
the middle
kidding,
of doing
guys.
the video. I was in the middle of doing the video. It's like, oh, I got to shoot this. It's tough, man. It's tough work.
Well,
Yeah. No, I mean, that's what you could get because your lens is I think it's a kit lens, right?
Yeah.
And it's a variable aperture.
Yeah.
So there's not much you could have done, except maybe you could have done f3.5 and zoom out, and then maybe move closer. But I know that day I was there. There was no space. There was too many people crowded everywhere. There was no space to move.
No.
Yeah. All right.
Tony, some photographers say that when we edit, we should really only be tweaking our photos. If we have to spend a lot of time fixing a photo, then you need to improve your photography skills. Yeah, I mean, good photos, you don't need a lot of editing.
Yeah. What I always say is that as you grow and you develop your photography skills, right? The goal is to try to get the camera, the image, as the best as you can in camera. So you spend less time editing, right?
You want to get it right as much as possible, Tony.
Yep. Because especially when I come home from a wedding day, when I've come home with maybe 12 hours of shoot with maybe up to 2,000 images, I don't want to spend hours and hours imaging going through all of them and editing. So I use my color checker passport a lot. Yeah. And then I go through and see what really needs to be fixed right there and then, right? I don't want to be messing with colors and stuff like that, especially for weddings. So it's all about trying to get it as right as you can in camera.
You don't want the photo to look fake, essentially.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, unless you do.
However, unless
that's your style, right? Yeah.
I do a lot of editing because I want to transform my photo into something that wasn't there when I saw it in the first place. So I shoot with that intention. You know what I mean? Sometimes when it's not just like, you know what, I can see this here, but let me change this into something.
Tony, worst thing a photographer can say to a client, don't worry, I'll fix it in Photoshop. Agree, disagree. Depends on the client, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. So there's a time and place that you can do that, but if it becomes an everyday thing, then you're running into problems because, you know, spending an extra 2 minutes to get it right on the spot can save you 30 minutes of Photoshop work. Right. So
yeah. And that's why people pay you for your skills, right?
Yep.
We'll get to Brian James, see what he's up to.
I was just gonna say something about that. No, I forgot what it was. What's my saturation not working here? What's happening? What's happening here?
Your saturation's not working?
Oh, there it goes.
We'll go to Brian McGowan. See what he's doing. Well, we have his Photoshop main screen, so we'll switch back.
I'm taking out noise. Sorry.
You're taking out noise. So yeah. Brian McGowan edits in Photoshop. So he's Team Photoshop.
Yeah.
There's Team Photoshop.
Camera Raw and then Photoshop.
Yeah. And
it's all really about what works for you.
Yeah, like whatever workflow works for you, really. There's really no right or wrong answer with editing. Again, it's a personal preference, right? So Evans has he's lessened the color. He's going into Photoshop now.
That's me.
Is this you?
That's Brian, yeah.
Oh, this is you. Yeah, we just saw the matrix there. Okay.
The matrix.
We'll go to Evans here. Just playing around with the color. I don't know. I like the photo just because she's mid-stride through the smoke. Like that's what I like about it. Let's see
So the
what.
only reason why I'm going to Photoshop is because I want to do a little bit of noise reduction.
Yeah, that's what
And
Brian McGowan
I
was
want
doing.
to show I want to show you guys what I use for
Yeah,
noise
please,
reduction.
please, yeah.
It's a tool that I've been using for years. It used to be free at some point because Google owned it,
Yeah.
and then they sold it. But it's called Define Tool, and
Okay.
it's part of what we call the Nick collection.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I don't even have it installed. Why don't I have it installed?
Brian
That's
McGowan, do
strange.
you have it?
I don't. No, I don't use the Nick stuff. I'm currently just
right here.
cleaning up the
I do.
pavement.
Yeah, Define Tool.
Let's check it out, Evans.
Taking forever to load for some reason.
It's loading.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Switch over to Brian McGowan over here.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky we did here.
Yeah, so
Very cool.
I just spent a bunch of time cleaning up the pavement.
Yep.
Making it look all nice.
Was there some garbage there or something?
Just some specs I didn't like.
X, yeah.
I did. I used a LUT. I don't know if you use Photoshop, you have access to a bunch of LUTs. If you go to this built-in, this color lookup here.
Yeah.
And you've got all these. So I threw one of those on, and then I did an Orton effect quickly, just to give it a bit of a glow.
Right. It's actually stepping through like a time portal or something. Tony, question: has the definition of a photographer changed over the years? Is it not only essential to have great photography skills, but also have great editing skills now? That's a great question.
Because you can hire an editor if you want.
You can you can hire an editor.
You can.
I'm also available. That's a great question. I don't know. It depends how much control you want over the process, I guess, right? Like, do you want full control? Then I guess you do have to be good at editing. If you don't want full control, then I guess you can outsource it. Much like video editing, people shoot videos, but they don't necessarily edit. They outsource the edit.
Yeah, I have tried outsourcing photo edits. For video, I don't think so. I don't want to try that for some reason, because the way I shoot with the edit in mind.
Yeah.
Right?
You shoot the edit.
So if I give it to someone, I'm not sure I'll get what I want.
Yeah.
Because as I'm shooting, I have a final result in mind.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that person is gonna,
Totally.
I feel like the back and forth to get him to get it right will not be worth the time.
Tony, check out the website called Fiverr. It's like a freelance website for all kinds of stuff. I'll put it in the chat. But just freelance people just doing edits or whatever, like what we're doing kind of thing. But for like business kind of stuff. Very cool, Brian. Let's go over to Mr. Brian James.
Yeah, I made the smoke. I made the smoke go all the way around her.
Ah, nice.
I didn't like that I couldn't see the umbrella, and so I hid the umbrella and kind of brought the smoke kind of like a swirl effect, and then I added a little bit of blur to it. And now I'm going to merge these layers. I'm going to pop back into Lightroom. And then I'll be almost done. You see, I use more of a desaturated. That's just kind of my style, is more of a desaturated.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it. I like how you put the smoke all around her. It's more balanced.
I see I did mess up right here. I would go back and fix that, but for TV purposes or YouTube purposes. I think.
Yeah.
Just
the check's in the mail. Back to Mr. Before. He's done. And yeah, pretty cool. You guys happy with? Are these your final? Are you guys still? Is Brian McGowan still going? Is this your final?
Almost there. Almost there.
You should send this to Cindy.
I want to give it a hard vignette.
Right.
There.
Cool. Very cool. This is what it is, guys. The same photo, but 3 different results.
There we go.
And that's what's so great about editing. Is that's such a personal thing. Very
That's
cool.
just a quick one.
And you took the umbrella stick out of her hand.
Yeah, if it wasn't on TV, I'd composite something into her hand just because she looks like she's holding something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so you got to give her something to hold on to.
Right.
I'd find something cool, but
Yeah.
nunchucks would be badass.
I would have said a banana.
And then yeah,
because it matches the shirt.
matches the shirt. Yeah.
Or a daisy.
Or a daisy. Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm thinking more like girl. Well, not that a banana's good, but
That's a good one.
something yellow. I don't know.
Yeah. True.
All right,
Cool, guys. So move on to the next one.
it's already 20 after. Let's
That's all right. You want to do the next Cindy, or you want to do the Helen?
let's get in this.
There's a Cindy and then there's a Helen.
Let me see. Let me pick this time.
Yeah.
Let's do the graffiti alley one. Oh, that's Cindy again. I only have one Helen photo.
Yeah, there's only one.
Yeah,
Helen.
there's only one Helen.
All right, well, let's do Helen then, since she's not left out.
Which one's that one?
Sugar Beach.
Sugar Beach one, the one with the umbrella in the background.
You mean sticking out of her head?
Yep.
Oh boy! Wow. Okay.
Giving you guys bangers, man.
Yeah. I feel there's too much dead space at the top, so I'm definitely gonna crop this.
Oh, definitely.
So this is our other friend Helen, who helps us out with other portrait shoots, and this is back August that we did something, and
I'm definitely gonna crop this. This is way
you
too much.
don't want something sticking out of someone's head. That's this. You want to avoid this. That's what you want to avoid.
This is an Instagram square crop right off the bat.
So always be mindful of like your composition and what's behind the person, because you don't want something sticking out of someone's head, because it's a nightmare to fix. Switch over to Mr. Brian James.
I think I have an idea.
Taking the umbrella out. This is
what I was just thinking about. I was thinking of removing the umbrella and doing the, what do you call it? Sky replacement.
Yeah, he's gonna do a sky replacement. So he's taking the umbrella out in Photoshop.
It's a start. We'll start there. I can't tell. Can you still see the umbrella? Or is there smudges on my screen? I can't tell. Well, my computer is like it's like giving up on me here.
Yeah, I still see the umbrella on your screen, but
I think it's thinking.
yeah.
Take out those chromatic aberrations. Wow.
Switch over to Brian McGowan here.
I'm just taking out the chromatic aberrations right now.
Cool.
Making sure the fringing's out of there.
Mm-hmm. Less fringing, more doing. We'll go back to Evans here. He's leaving the umbrella in.
Oh no,
No,
I'm not
he's
done
taking-
yet. I'm taking it out for sure.
Yeah, I don't
Just
think anyone's
framing.
leaving that. Right. Photoshop time.
Let's witness Brian's magic in Photoshop.
My shit is like not doing well at the moment.
And it's that easy. You just erase it.
I'm just using the clone tool.
The clone tool.
Edge of an umbrella there. Edge of an umbrella there. I want to take out. Doesn't have to be complicated.
No. No, it doesn't. You just got to know the tricks of the trade. I think the editing would be a great idea for a hybrid workshop. Everyone shoots the same model and send in one edit photo the following week to discuss editing styles. It's a great idea, Tony. We may do that. Maybe we'll do that for the Halloween thing because Tony's coming to the Halloween thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he's coming. So maybe we'll do that for that one. Are you guys ready for that? The Halloween
I can't
thing?
wait.
It'll be fun. Good job, Brian, on getting the umbrella out of her head. So now she looks normal.
Oh man, it's not.
What about these two people in the background?
Oh, the horizon's crooked too. Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It's,
I'm
Go to Mr. Brian James.
no.
fix
Nope.
the horizon.
This is Evans. He's taking the umbrella out again.
Yep, I hate that umbrella.
Okay.
I chose this one on purpose.
This person on the edge of the frame has to go for sure.
So Brian's taking the people out. I think they were having like an argument or something.
Great for video, not so good for photos.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't even need to use a clone tool. The
Mm-hmm.
healing brush is actually really, really good now. Even.
Okay. Cool.
Yep, that's what I use on this one. Just use the healing brush to paint out
Yep.
that umbrella.
Question for what influences you to convert an image to black and white versus color?
For me, it's a couple of things. One, I will shoot black and white on purpose. But most of the time, if I'm going to do a black and white image out of a color, there's one of two things. You just have to look at the image, the feel and the vibe of the image. If it calls for black and white, I'll do it. However, if I have an image that is overexposed or very underexposed, and I definitely want to save that image, black and white is always a good way to start.
Yeah. Totally. I think if you want to use black and white to also create some sort of mood, so if it's raining, for example, and you're shooting like a street scene when it's raining, you may want to go black and white there. Depends on how you want the photo to feel, right? Like to me, editing is how you want the photo to feel. So if it looks better, if it feels better black and white, then go the black and white route.
Yeah, there's some images as soon as right, you just
Switch over to let's see, Mr. Brian James.
I'm crashing here.
He's doing a sky replacement.
The goddamn thing is crashing.
What, Luminar?
Like
The affiliate link is in his
all
description.
my RAM is just like it's like full. I think because Lightroom, Photoshop, and Luminar open at the same time is not a good thing.
Oh man.
yeah.
So what sky are you gonna put in there?
I first of all, I just now noticed that I messed up my umbrella removal, so we'll see what happens.
And are you replacing the sky because the sky is overexposed?
Mostly I'm doing it. It can, because sky replacement's especially easy when the sky's all one color like this.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly I'm doing it just to be different than my editing partners here, you know.
Got it.
For me, I was gonna do the sky replacement just because I don't like the plain white behind her.
Yeah, true. It's kind of boring.
I'm probably gonna add a rocket behind her.
A rocket?
Nice.
Tag NASA on it.
Did you guys see that video with the guy drinking the cran raspberry on the skateboard?
No.
Everyone must have seen this by now, right?
What? YouTube?
Yeah. No, it's on. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's like gone viral. This guy was like, just He's singing. What's Stevie Nicks? What was her band?
Oh, I'm drawing a blank now. Jesus.
God, can't remember their name.
They're only hugely popular, and
Yeah. Anyway, I feel like we're not going to remember. So, anyways, I can't get the song out of my head.
I'm trying to find it.
Type go to Instagram or whatever and type in Dogface. That's the guy's name.
Never seen this. Dogface.
I'm gonna add a
The
lens
account?
flare.
The account is Dogface. Yeah.
Really? Yeah, Ben, Fleetwood Mac. Berlin Drone Guy, it's hilarious.
Fleetwood Mac. That's a Jesus Christ.
It's all right.
Vendor.
Dog face. Wow, there's a lot of dog faces on Instagram.
Let's do that one. Right up.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what Evans is doing here. Cropped it in. Took the umbrella out.
Yeah, so what I'm doing right now is just basically, if you look on that, there's too much hair on her face because the wood was blowing all over. I'm just trying to.
Yeah.
I'm just cleaning out some of those distracting hair. I'll leave the rest, but at least from the forehead, I wanted to take out.
Attention to detail. Attention to detail.
This requires time, but I'm just going to do some rough work on it.
Yep. Invoices in the mail. Go to Brian McGowan here. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do a quick little bit of frequency separation just because. Why not? Why not?
And for the people that don't know what frequency separation is, maybe you want to explain that?
You're basically just separating the color and the texture. So you're only working on one at a time.
Right. And do you do that in Photoshop, or you do that in Lightroom, or you can do that in both? Photoshop.
Yeah. Just watch what's about to happen here. If you're still on me, invert, add, there. You know, I'm only working on the texture of her skin. So I can actually sample. This is really good if you've got detailed headshots. And you really want to keep like pores and everything. You can actually sample from her own skin and use her own skin to fill in magically spots. And then you don't get that over airbrushed look to the skin.
Right.
You actually have some texture to the skin, which is really nice.
It makes her look like a real person.
Exactly.
Which you want.
Exactly.
Yeah. Very cool.
And once it's done, you just change your blend mode to linear. And we'll fit it on the screen.
Cool. Did you give the did you give the photo a glow or a matte look, or what did you do there with
Gave it a glow. I turned the foliage in the background to a fall color. I really cropped it in tight.
Yeah, the color of her dress is different too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like playing with color.
Yeah. Cool. I like it.
I want to bring cool the highlights down a touch.
See what Mr. Brian James is doing. What are you doing? Oh man, what?
My computer is not working.
Crashing?
It's
no. Is it just crashing on you? Just shut it off.
If I shut it off and turn it back on, then I'll be.
We lose you. I know. Well, that sucks. Is it the Luminar?
I don't know what's happening. It's like I can hear it. It's like it sounds like a jet engine right now. It's like not happy with me. I don't know why.
It must have been the JPEGs.
You know, it's possible.
Let's see what Evans is doing. Okay, put the sky up. It's interesting that Evans left that person there in the background.
Oh, I'm actually thinking of removing him.
Yeah.
The pumpkin parody was better.
Yeah, because after I put the sky, I realized he's a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna move him out.
So go back to what Tony said. The worst thing a photographer can say, "Don't worry, I'll fix it in Photoshop." What's even worse is when you're the photographer and then the client goes and tells you that you're going to fix it in Photoshop. Just and sometimes it's not even a pimple. It's like, oh, I only had a purple belt today. I know it doesn't match, but you can fix that in Photoshop. Oh yeah, just add work for me. Why don't we just build that right into the price?
It's called the Photoshop bucket. Do people ask you or do people tell you?
It's kind of assumed, you know.
Yeah, it's like you're volunteering. It's like you're volunteering.
I have unlimited time to work on your photos. Don't worry. I'm sorry about my computer, guys.
It's all right. It's okay. Good job, Evans. We'll go back to Mr. McGowan here. Very cool. Oh, Curtis is on. Hey, Curtis, what's going on, man?
Just adding some light to her, darkening her on the edges here with this layer.
Very cool.
Just having some fun.
Yeah, just gotta have fun or else what's the point?
There we go. I'd call that probably done.
Call it, yeah. Cool. Yeah. I like what you did. It's like she's in Hawaii instead of Sugar Beach.
Let's go. Take them somewhere they aren't sometimes, right?
That's it. It's the magic of editing.
Yeah.
Evans, you done or you still going, man? Are you doing?
I'm just playing around now. Wow. I'm done. I'm just playing around with beds and
you should leave the Northern Lights,
with beds and airplanes and stuff.
You should leave the Northern Lights. I think that's hilarious. You should also send that to Helen. I'll pull that to the Google Drive.
I'm just playing around now, so ignore me, guys.
Is your computer working, Mr. Brian James?
I had to just go back to Lightroom. I just started editing the next photo because.
You guys want to edit the last photo and then we can call it.
Sure.
There's one more there of Cindy. Oh, you totally changed the colors on her, right?
Yeah, give it kind of a Halloween-y vibe.
Yeah, I dig it. Gonna crop it in. This was shot at Graffiti Alley. If you guys don't know where this was shot in Toronto, I think it's pretty obvious.
I love Graffiti Alley.
Yeah, it's also great because the reason why we do so many workshops there is because they don't kick us out.
Yeah, I like when back there, Brampton.
Yeah, we can't no one says anything to us except like the homeless people, but
they always got an opinion about everything, you know.
Yep.
But it's a great spot because no one tells you to leave, and that's why we always do our workshops there. So you'd be surprised about where you cannot set up for anything. Let's go to Evans.
I'm just starting up with this one.
Yeah. Gonna lighten it up.
Lighten her up a little bit. Gonna bring my blocks in just a tad.
So I think this is my favorite one now. Now that we're on the last photo.
Yeah. Oh, at least you had one. It's a win.
I like it.
Yeah.
Nice detail in the skin on her face.
Do you guys ever look back at old photos you didn't think, what was I thinking back then? All the time, kind of like
this. This was shot with off-camera flash.
Yes. This is at Evans' workshop.
There's a lot more details in the skin.
Yeah.
Because you had a flash hitting her face.
We'll go to Mr. McGowan.
And I could see it was shot at ISO 200,
Yes, it was.
which is a lot better.
Brian McGowan is just playing around with the colors here.
Oh, you just come on. I'm pretty sure I'll, yeah, I definitely need a restart after we're done here.
Yeah. That's all right.
This is,
All right.
I feel like I'm editing on a BlackBerry or something.
Oh, weird.
Oh no.
I can't even do any more skin color. I can't. It's done. There it is. Paul, you on my screen or not?
Yeah, here. So this is
You gonna load?
yeah. Okay, cool. I like it, man. Yeah, it's got that Halloween vibe to it. Nice.
Thanks.
Very nice. What Evans here?
My computer is beginning to act up like Brian's too, but
Really? Eh?
Is it Fuji photos? Is that what it is?
Fuji photos.
Bring up that. I'm playing with the curves here.
Let's see it.
Curtis is
And
here.
Brian McGowan, is this your final?
No. Messing with the curves.
Messing with the curves.
Oh yeah.
I like your curves, Brian.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
I like yours too.
Cool.
Trying to give it a more.
You made it more
moody
gritty.
kind
You
of
made
vibe.
it more gritty, kind of like what Mr. Brian James did a little bit.
And then one thing you can use is this selective color here. If you're using Photoshop,
Mm-hmm.
go to the blacks, you can really give it that kind of look.
Yep. Yeah, it's cool. I dig it.
Bring it all together.
See what's like the difference between mine. Mine gives me like a Halloween type vibe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. When I look at this, I literally feel like this, like a CD cover for like a Jamaican reggae artist or something. Like just because the colors are popping, very like
the colors are popping. Yep.
But it's like the way he's got it matte. It feels like it'd be on a CD cover or something.
Mm. What band though?
I don't know, man. I'm trying to think.
Kind of like 90s pop punk.
Let me see if I can find the song. It's reminding me.
We'll go to Evans here, see what he's up to.
My computer doesn't freeze.
I'm just running a quick Photoshop action.
Yeah. What's a CD?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Smoothing out the skin just a little bit.
What's the song? It's like na 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 na.
Hot Stepper. Hot Stepper.
Hot Stepper.
Yes, that's what I was feeling off that.
All right, man.
I apologize if
Hope no apologies needed. But if
my singing voice is not what it once was.
If we ever go to karaoke, you'll be singing that song though.
I don't drink, so I therefore.
You don't have to drink.
Okay.
You just sing.
I'd go sing. I don't drink either.
Yeah.
Brian and I can be the two sober Brians, and we'll sing.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll still be worse than the drunk guys, I bet.
Yeah.
So what I just did here is basically a similar equivalent to what Brian did in the other image, frequency separation.
Mm-hmm.
However, I have this method of doing it when I want to do it quick. So when I don't want to go through the whole frequency separation thing of having the individual layers, I have this way of doing it where I just create a couple of actions and I just paint over his skin.
Right.
And it smooths out the whole skin. It's it's not the best way to do it, but when I want to deliver something extra quick, this helps a lot because all I do is just run the action, take a white brush, and paint over just her skin.
You should do a YouTube video on that, buddy.
I think I have. I have a video on my channel on that one. Yeah,
go check out his channel because he's got some good stuff there.
Yeah. There you go.
I actually went through how to create the action as well.
Okay. This is your final, Brian?
Yeah, I added snow.
You added snow.
Yeah.
It's like you went against the feeling I had. Now it's it kind of looks like maybe. Is there any volcanoes in Jamaica?
What about rain? What about rain versus snow?
That's very cool. That's very cool, Brian.
Rain, you just add motion blur to the snow and you've got rain.
Well, then it's kind of sleet.
Okay, Anchorman.
You might want to check the connection.
No one's talking to you, Google.
It's Google saying that your internet's dying.
Yeah, there.
Cool.
I'll call that done. Simple, fun.
Interesting.
Cool.
Once again, it's one photo, different perspectives, which I think is the fun part of editing. I think that kind of wraps it up, guys. Unless you want me to throw in a bonus one, but you guys are probably tired of it.
No. I mean, because I'm just aggravated at this point. My computer, this is not doing anything.
Yep. Cool, guys. Reggae Christmas album.
Yeah, reggae Christmas album.
Exactly.
There we go.
Exactly. It's happening.
Featuring the Jamaican bobsled team, right?
Yeah, exactly. Cool, guys. Well, I guess we'll call. Well, thanks everyone for jumping on. I think we had quite the crowd today. So, like Evan said, I think next week it's on his channel. So we're going to be editing your photos. So Evans will outline the details on how to submit your photos for us to edit, and that'll be next week, which will be a lot of fun. We did that over the summertime a couple of times, and it seemed to be pretty popular. So we'll throw it up again.
If you guys want me to pop on, let me know.
And Brian.
Yes.
Of course.
I will send you guys the images as well. So I posted my email address in the link. You can DM it to any of us as well. Just send us your image. We're going to go through and select. I think this time what we may do is to enable us, depending on the number of submissions we get, each one of us may choose a few of those and edit them so that at least we can get as many people covered as possible.
That would be cool.
So instead of us all editing the same image, we may edit, groups and groups so we can get everybody. So if you're interested, submit your images to that email. You can DM any of us as well and submit your image. We'll be editing them and then we'll discuss it live on the show. And if you want to join in as well and discuss your image as well, you can hop in and discuss with us.
Please jump on.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Absolutely. Cool, guys. Final thoughts? I guess Evan's final thoughts?
I just have fun today. That's the whole goal on this, show is just to build the community, have fun, share ideas. As we go through, we hope you guys learned something today. It's not about showing off that we can edit, but it's about showing and sharing the little that we know with the community as well. So together we all improve and we all grow our photography skills. So thank you guys for joining us this Wednesday evening. Truly appreciate it.
Yep. Mr. Brian James?
I second that. He said everything I was going to say. So thanks.
Brian's going to be buying a new computer for next week.
Just please, we're going to see what's going on with this. I don't know. But please support us on social media, Instagram. We all put out, I know Evans and I put out a video. Paul puts out a video every 6 minutes. And Brian puts out a video once a week, I think. So if you can
I've got one coming soon.
Brian's got a banger coming.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks. I'll see you guys again next Wednesday.
Yep. Mr. McGowan?
Don't be afraid to experiment with editing. You can always delete it. You don't have to keep it. Experiment, try things, play around, and come up with something that works for you.
Totally. It's always a very personal preference, but hopefully this kind of gave you a little bit of insights, a little bit of kind of like a know how to start to edit, and it's honestly just practice because that's how we learn. We just practice. Much like
Lots and lots
photography,
of
it's just a discipline. You just have to keep going at it, and over time, you just get better. You learn, and then over time, you just become really good. So again, it's not really a competition, right? Like Evan said, this is a community, and where we all want to learn, and again, we welcome people to come on the show with us and actually teach us stuff, right? So I think people know things that we don't know, which I think is the power of this group. So
yep, that's the difference between this channel and our group and everything else. We're not competing. We're all doing the same thing, but we all do stuff together because it's not a competition. It's more about
not a competition,
supporting each other and growing.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, Evan started a Facebook group also, so go check that out. And it's a big community of photographers and video people and all kinds of craziness. So lots of things going on. So thanks so much for jumping on. Is that it, guys?
That's it.
Enough?
That's it.
Cool, guys. Thanks again for jumping on Wednesday evening, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
Cool. Peace.
Peace.